Beginning with the British band Genesis, then conquering America with solo hits like Against All Odds and One More Night. Tonight, Phil Collins will perform live from Madison Square Garden in an exclusive pay-per-view concert. Will you please welcome via satellite, because we're not a cheap show, Phil Collins.
Hello, Jamie.
What is pay-per-view? What does that mean? Because I don't understand any of this.
Well, I asked Jay Leno that the other night, and he said, will you pay and you view? Really?
So they want to see you, they have to pay extra. So they can sit home and watch a rock concert.
Well, you don't have to pay extra. Actually, it's in some places it's cheaper. But, well, you ring up your local cable station, you find out how much it costs, and you say, can I have this show? And they plumb it into your house. And it's going to be our last show of the tour, so it's going to be quite an emotional evening, eh?
Does that happen? Aren't you worried that if people could sit home and watch you, they won't get up and come out to watch you?
Well, yes. But I'm hoping that at least 20,000 people will make the effort.
20,000 people. How do you get out after the show? Do you ever get stuck in traffic?
Well, actually, when we play these places like the sheds, they call them, they're the indoor-outdoor places. Yes, we either wait for an hour and a half, 2 hours for the parking to sort of disperse, or we do a runner with the police escort, which is good fun sometimes.
Oh yes. Well, is everything still fun with you? Because I still get such a kick out of being in show business. Do you still get a thrill? You walk out and there are the people and
that's right.
The excitement.
Yeah, I mean, I mean, every show is different, you know, every night is different, and every night is as important as the last night. So we have a great time, and we will have done 127 shows since we started, and we're still finding new ways to play the songs. We're having a great time, you know.
What do you do at the end of this tour? Do you just go away and relax, or do you?
Well, yes. I mean, we've got a live album coming out. We've recorded a live album on this tour, which will be coming out pretty much in the beginning of November, and we also have a live video which we've been doing. So the last part of the tour has been chaos because we've been mixing and editing and choosing songs. But after that, yeah, after the tour finishes with that comes out, I'll just go home and I'll be Mr. Normal for a couple of weeks, and then have a little break, a holiday, and hopefully I'll want to do some more acting. I want to look at. Hopefully I'll be doing a film.
They told me that you signed to be one of the 3 Bears, right?
Yeah.
That's for fun. You consider like real acting?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, we're not quite sure what direction it's going to take. I can't guarantee me dressing up in a bear costume, but basically the idea of me, DeVito, and Hoskins as the 3 Bears is something that I hope will reach fruition at some point. I mean, it may not be till next year, but we're inching our way forward.
Now, when you just said, I want to go back for a second, you just said you go home. How much time do you spend on the road as compared to off the road?
Well, this year we've been on the road since February, and apart from between tours when there's a week, maybe 10 days, maybe 2 weeks, and you know, I mean, I had 3 weeks off in August with the kids, and other than that, it's just been like a week break or 10-day break since then. But then the year before that, I didn't do any touring. You know, so sometimes it's, if you're on a touring stretch, you know, like with Genesis in '91, we'll probably go out on the road, then that is, you know, you may be away for 2 or 3 months. In '86, '87, we went out for 10 months with Genesis, so I never want to do that again. But, you know, when you're at home, and when you're away, you just got to live with it, you know?
Do you ask for special things? I know we have attached to all my contracts riders, and I know like Bon Jovi asked for M&Ms in dishes, but they must take the green out, you know, that kind of stuff. And I asked for toilets with lids. Because when I'm making my makeup, putting on my makeup, everyone's why you drop something, and oh, you got to go fishing, you know, I don't like that.
We ask for
what do you ask that's unusual?
Toilets with doors. You know, you go to some of these places, and I don't know how people do it. I mean, I'm very private when it comes to that kind of thing. But you go into some of these places,
yeah.
You know, I mean, you go to some of these places and there's no doors.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, what are these athletes? I mean, they just sort of don't care or what?
So it's in your rider. I must have a John with a door that closes.
Yeah, and a lid, yeah.
Yeah.
And a seat lid, and a seat top.
And a seat top, yes. That doesn't hurt. Does your wife go with you on the tours?
Yeah, she usually stands, where there's no door, she just stands in front of the door.
No,
No, she comes everywhere.
I mean on tour, not to the bathroom.
Oh, yeah, she comes. We had the whole family out at one point. I've got two kids, 18 and 14, and we've got Lily, who's 18 months. And at one point they were all out, but throughout the whole tour, my wife Jill and Lily have been with us. I mean, Lily has grown up on this tour. She was only about 9 months when she came out, and now she's 18 months. So she's been living out of a suitcase for half of her life, you know.
How long are you married now to Jill?
Since '84.
Tell them, I know you've said it a million times, but you haven't said it to me, about how you met your wife and you used an alias. I think it's the sweetest, most romantic story. I just think it's a killer.
Oh, well, I was in Los Angeles, and I had a night off, and I went to a club, which that's probably the last time I did go to a club, because look what happened. But I went to a club, and she was sitting behind me, and she was on her last night. She was been training as a teacher, and so she stretched like that and found my head, and we sort of met like that, really. But the funny story actually is that because we left LA and we went on to Atlanta, and I called her up and said, do you want to come down, because I'd fallen in love with her. And so she came down, and when she checked in, she asked for Mr. Collins's room, and she got shown to Mr. Collins's room, and she went into the shower. I wasn't there. She had a shower. She came out, and there was a man standing there in a kilt with bagpipes, and it was actually another Mr. Collins. And so she came out of the shower with a towel on, and this Scotsman thought he'd got lucky. You know, it was fantastic. So she went down and complained to the...
Do you still think of yourself as a sex symbol?
Do I still think of myself as a sex symbol?
Or is it kind of like you said, oh, this is all silly now? Because I mentioned your name, and the ladies just faint when I say Phil Collins.
Well, I don't understand it. I really don't. I mean, I'm being quite serious. I really don't. I mean, I think that my only saving grace is that when Woody Allen used to make the top of the most eligible bachelor list, there must be something else that people look for. That's all I can think of.
Everyone just went, you can't hear it. Tell me about your music. The critics adored you in the beginning, adored you, went crazy for you. Then, now they like to take, wipes at you. Does that upset you? The same critic that just say you're the most brilliant thing in the world suddenly turns around and says, well, I don't think this anymore. Do you read the critics?
The critics? No. I've got no time for critics. Most critics. I mean, there are some critics that are quite fair. They come and review the show, and even if they say they don't like it, they'll say that the 20,000 people that were there did like it.
Yeah.
But I've been called, I mean, the LA Times, for instance, I don't think there's anybody on that staff that really likes the mention of my name. So I know that pretty much when I play there, I'm going to get slagged off no matter what I do.
Yeah.
And, but all I have to go on is the fact that the people that are at the concert, they go away happy, and that's all I can gauge myself on. I've never been the darling of the critics' eye. I've never been...
Nor have I.
No, never been fashionable,
So it's hey, but we're both still here, aren't we?
That's right.
And I hope we'll be talking again. I talked to you on Fox. I talked to you on Carson. I'm talking to you now on my own show. I hope we talk again.
And in London.
And in London. I forgot that. Wasn't that fun?
Yes, it was good fun.
It's good to see you. And I'm glad the tour is over. Have a good vacation and good luck tonight. I'm gonna go pay. So think about that one. You're richer now because of me. Good night, and thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
We'll be right back.